What's up, everybody? Jake coming at you from StratGeeks, ORS Fusion. Wanted to talk real quick about how you can possibly qualify for some PA accounts within 1 day. Now, Apex just started an 80% off sale. I don't know, looks like a few hours ago. It doesn't say 1 day to qualify here, and it's interesting. It doesn't mention it on the Discord channel that there's a sale going on at all. But I'm just going to assume that the 80% off also includes 1 day to pass, because it pretty much always does. So even if it doesn't, you can still pass in 1 day, and then you can trade 1 micro for the next 4 days after that and still qualify. So we'll just assume that it's a 1 day to pass, 80% off evals. Right now, I have no affiliation, ORS StratGeeks. I have no affiliation with Apex Trader Funding whatsoever. This is just what I do. So you'll scroll down and select the 50K Rhythmic or the 50K Tradevate account, and then that will bring you to this page, and then you'd enter in your credentials here, your payments, and then what's kind of cool is Save 90 works for every single sale no matter what. So I think you can also use Save Now, but I just use Save 90 on every sale. So if it's a 90% off sale, this will work. If it's an 80% off sale, this will work. If it's 75% off sale, whatever it is, it'll work. And then you will see, instead of paying whatever it is, some ridiculous amount, I'll click next. Oh, did I forget to check a box? Click next. And then we will see that instead of $167, it's $33.40. So for this exercise, you're going to go ahead and need to buy 2 Apex accounts. So it's going to cost you like $66 or something. And actually, just to note, it does not say here that there's any deal on one-time activation fees for the PA. So not really sure. This is an interesting sale. Usually there's a little bit more detail. Maybe more detail will come out later. But regardless, it'll cost you $66 to buy 2 Apex evaluation accounts for the 50K accounts, and then somewhere between $85 and $150 to purchase your PA account once qualified. Now, one of those eval accounts will basically go get disqualified, and one will qualify. That's the goal. Now, I'm not saying that every time you do this, you will succeed in getting a PA account, but it seems to happen more often than not. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, so there's 3 different ways that I've used to qualify PA accounts quickly with the 1 day to pass deal, which, like I said, I guess it's going on right now. So the first and simplest way is to wait for the NASDAQ open Eastern Standard Time at 9:30 a.m. and basically go 1 long and 1 short. So by 1 long and 1 short, I mean, so say I have my first brand new evaluation account, I have account 1 or account A, and then I have my second evaluation account that I just bought, account 2 or account B in this case. So I'll get them both set up, and this one I'll have Sim A, which is, basically to emulate that this would be my eval account 1, and Sim B over here is eval account 2. So we're really just going to go long on account A and short on account B and hope that one of those accounts hits target. And on the NASDAQ, the way to do it, I like to use the 1-minute chart, and 3-4 seconds before the market opens, enter the positions. So the ATM strategy is basically the most important part here. And if we go and we look at our ATM, we have an order quantity of 10 NQ, which is the maximum. If you're used to trading micros, make sure you don't forget to change your MNQ to NQ up here. So 10 micros. The stop loss doesn't really matter. Just make it wide. It'll never get to 200. You'll blow up before that. And you need exactly 62 ticks to qualify. So what you do is, you put the 10 in there, you put 200 here, you put 62 here, then you can save as template, And I just call this one NQ burn to earn. Oh, I don't need to do that. And then over here on the other account, I have that same ATM strategy selected, NQ burn to earn. And let's say that the New York Open is going to happen in 40 seconds. There's another way to do this that we'll go over after. There's two more ways to go over actually after we do this. I have to drink my beverage here. So in 20 seconds, in exactly 20 seconds from now, I'm going to go long on account A and short on account B. And, you know, some people like to squeeze the accounts, the charts together so it's easier to get from here to there. But however you want to set that up. So 7, 6, 4, buy, sell. And we'll see our ATM strategy is set. Squeeze that down, and the goal here is, you know, one will blow up and one will qualify. Don't have to do anything, just let it go. Sometimes you'll blow up both of them, you know, but that's why I highly recommend to only do one account per day, because you could blow up both accounts. So if you're using a trade copier and you're like, I want to qualify 10 PA accounts today, in one day. So that means you'd be using 20 evaluation accounts, 10 long, 10 short, and it's possible that both of them blow up. I don't know. I like to take it easy, like do one a day, and then by the end of the week, maybe it worked every day. Maybe it works 3 out of 5 days. I think it's like 3 out of 5 days that it works, you know? So that'll cost you, to get a PA quickly, that'll cost you, what was it? We'll call it $34 times 2 is $68 plus the activation fee, and it depends on if you go monthly or you go, I don't know, whatever the sale is, but it's somewhere between $85 a month, or I think it's $150 if it's not on sale for a lifetime fee. So we'll just say it's $150, which is on the high end. So you got your PA account for $200 and it's bam, then you have it. But usually it's actually less than that. Usually it's 68 plus a one-time fee of like 100. So should be able to do it for under $175 normally. Anyway, so let's say that one of them hit target. Say this one hit target, and this one got stopped out, and this one got stopped out. So yeah, this would be, if everything filled correctly, this would be, you know, you're shooting for $3,000. So this would be with the 62 ticks. I'll just go ahead and do it for you. 62, right? NQ burn to earn. Edit. 62. So if we pull the calculator up, I'll show you how the math works. So 62 ticks times 10 contracts equals 620. Oh, sorry. Let's do it this way. Let's do 10 contracts times $5 a tick equals 50, right? $50 per tick times 62 ticks is $3,100, and then after commissions it'd be like $350 or something. So that's how I do it for the NQ Open, or at least one way that we can do it for the NQ Open. And then there's another way we can do it for the NQ Open as well. And this way is a little bit different. We're going to use buy stops and sell stops, and this one you can have a little discretion for. I like to switch one of the accounts to a 5-minute chart just so I can see some other details with a larger time frame. And the way I do this is I'll go ahead and expand this all the way out. We'll just say that the opening's coming up here in a little bit. And I'll look at the price action. And I'll say, well, it looks like some resistance. I don't know, right here for sure. Let's try to get a little bit closer, because we'll say the market's going to open in like 5 minutes or something. Well, then I'd probably want to be more like right here. So there's that most recent low. And it's kind of almost here too. So you could say it's like here. A low here, a low here, and then the most recent low here. And then you could take this line and say, well, our most recent high is right there. You could even just do it simply as that. Like here's our most recent low. Here's our most recent high. And then we'll look at the 5-minute chart too to see if that correlates. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So basically, you're just trying to find a spot, some options, and then maybe right here. And then maybe if somehow in the next 5 minutes the price gets all the way down to here, then we'll have that option as well. But we're going to say the price that in 3 minutes our market's going to open. And you might want to adjust this stuff a little bit, like oh maybe here, or maybe the price gets all the way up to there. And then so these yellow lines are options on where to place your buy and your sell stops. But for right now, we're going to say the market is going to open in 2 minutes and 40 something seconds. And as and then as the price comes down, we might want to think about different options. So what we're going to do is we'll say we're going to go short on the 5-minute chart on account B. We're saying account A and account B. So one we're going to go long on, one we're going to go short on. So let's go ahead and set up a same exact ATM strategy. So we'll set up a sell stop market. And basically what this means is when the price hits this order, the price will come down, hit this order, and then it will place a short for us, and we're going to hope that the price continues down. And then over here, we're going to place a buy stop market. We'll just say for here for a second. And the price is going to come up, fill our buy, and then we're going to want the price to continue up. So in less than 2 minutes, we're going to see where we're at. So we're either going to be trying to buy here or a buy here. Most likely it's going to be right here, but we'll keep this order out of the way for now. And then we're going to be trying to sell here. Or if somehow in the next minute the price comes way down here, then we'll place it here. So we'll just keep it out of the way for a bit. And now that we only have 1 minute left, maybe this is a better spot, this double top here. So now we have some options for our long and options for our shorts. Take a sip of my beverage. And then we have one more way. The third way, using the S&P, the ES, S&P 500. And with the S&P, there's only 2 opportunities per month, and that's using the 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time news events, the CPI and the PPI. And that seems to work well on the ES. So first we went over market orders. The market order method, just buy one, sell the other. This one is buy stop and sell stop. So one of the benefits to this method is sometimes you can qualify and actually not blow both accounts. And also these orders are more apt to be filled correctly as well. Okay, so we got 10 seconds left. I'll say that I'm going to commit to this buy, and then we'll commit to this sell, because that happens to be the closest ones. Okay, market is open, and then you'd see some crazy market action. You can it's be going up and be going down. And one would fill long and one would fill short. Now, if the market somehow doesn't move as much as you expect, I've done this too. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'll go to the most recent high wick right here. And then we'll say, well, oh man, it's really not moving much. Well, maybe I'll go to this candle's open here. Whoops. I just want to get this to fill basically. But yeah, you can adjust as the market is open and it's doing its fluctuations. You can adjust these. But the basic idea is to use a buy stop and a sell stop to go long and then short. and maybe it's like really just going sideways. Maybe you're like, oh, 5 minute chart, that's a 5 minute candle. Let's zoom in a little bit actually. 5 minute chart. You know, right now it's 1:41 a.m. so nothing's really going to move. But say like if I had to put that order a little bit closer, we could put it at the wick of this 5 minute candle. And maybe it's moving so slow we want to put it at the open of this bearish bar here for our long. So yeah, you can pick whatever strategy works for you. I think so there you go. So we filled our short. We have like no volume right now, of course. But there's our buy limit for our profit target. And you know, at this point it's like, well, we don't really even need to bother with that one. We'll see if this hits our target or not. And then if you want, you could at least try one more time. Like say this one gets stopped out. You know, you were kind of expecting to blow both accounts, and I've done this. And it's like, oh, okay, well, let's say this one blows. You're like, okay, well, I could still risk one more account. This is why I recommend only buying 2 accounts per day, so you don't go crazy and do something stupid like blow 10 accounts in one day or something. All right, like, well, okay, I tried the short and that didn't work. That was just make-believe over here, obviously. But this one was still my buy stop market. And like, oh, well, maybe I'll try that long. You know, like if it comes up to here, then okay, cool. Then we're gonna, or you're just like, man, the short didn't work. So what? We lost one account. Wait for the next day. Anyway, so that is the buy stop, sell stop method. So we got the market order method. We got the buy sell stop method. Now let me show you the ES method. So let's pull up. Okay, so what you're going to do is, first thing you need to do is go to Forex Factory. Really? Come on. That needs me to connect to my VPS for some reason. This should work here, one sec. There we go. Something about Forex Factory did not like. Needed my VPS. I'm living here in Bali now, living the dream, and there's certain things that are required when you live in Bali, and one is a VPS and a VPN. So I just connected to my VPN on my laptop so we could get into this site safely. Anyway, in America, you don't have to worry about this. Anyway, so we're going to go to forexfactory.com, and you can click this filter up here, and you could tell it to only, so you can just say none, because it will come with all of them checked, but you don't need all that. Just go none, and then say red events only, and then this will come initially, if you haven't been on the site, with all of them checked. Then say none, and then just click USD, and you can keep all these, that's fine. And then apply filter, and we'll look for CPI and PPI. So let's go. Oh, just is way back here. Let's fast forward. I think the CPI and PPI was just a little. I think one was yesterday actually. Let's go all the way to current. Why isn't it already a current? Whatever. We'll get there in a second. So just be ready. And it should be one more. There we go. One back. And just skim through and just be ready and know. Okay, so the CPI and the PPI are one day and then one day. They're right next to each other in the days of the week. So the most recent one was, yesterday. Oh, okay, sweet. So actually I might try it today, a PPI on the ES. So let's look at yesterday's, December 11th, CPI, 8:30 a.m. They're always at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it's usually a CPI first and then PPI. I don't know if there's an order to them, but they're always right next to each other during the week, one and then the other. So we know that yesterday, December 11th, there was an 8:30 a.m. CPI. And what we would do is I could duplicate this window. And we will change this to the ES. Go. And now we can duplicate that window and change that to the ES as well. Not MES, ES. And now we need a completely different ATM strategy. And this is just what I've heard. I heard this from one of our subscribers, ORS subscribers, that she belongs to another Discord group or something, and they call this burn one to earn one. And she gave me these numbers. For some reason, they happen to work the best in her group. So we'll go ahead, and I already have this pre-programmed. I burn one to earn one for the ES. But let's look at the numbers. So for this is 8 mini contracts. Stop loss is 200, whatever. It's not going to get hit anyway. But the profit is 32. I guess they don't use 10 because the whip back up, maybe it's too much. I don't know. These aren't my numbers. These are numbers that were given to me. So go for a profit of 32 ticks with an order quantity of 8, and you can use the 1-minute chart. And we'll go ahead and have that over here as well. Burn one to earn one, not NQ, ES. And let's go ahead and scroll back to that 8:30 a.m. event, which was, might have been way back yesterday. $22, go. Getting there. There it is. Okay, release crosshair. And you can also use the buy stop sell stop method with this as well. So you could, like, say we're here. Or maybe I'll show you four methods, I guess. So you could say, like, here's my resistance down here. Let's see, is that the 8:30 candle? That's the 8:30 candle. So we would have been here. Okay, so you could say if the price comes down to this most recent low, then I'll have a sell stop placed here. And if the price comes to this most recent high, then I'll have a buy stop waiting there. And then 8:30, and this way can be nice, especially for CPI and PPI, because there's so many orders happening at the same time. Your market orders, sometimes you can get filled long and short and blow them both up, and it looks like you qualify, but you didn't. So there's the danger. There's a danger to each one of these methods. But this one with the buy stop and the sell stop on the ES on the CPI or PPI events can work especially good with the sell stop buy stop. So you would have a buy stop set here. And then you'd have a sell stop, and then you'd have over here. Let's get this chart set up exactly how this one is. Back up right here. I know this video is getting a little long, but I'm trying to be as detailed for you guys as I can. And then you'd have a sell stop here. And then the idea is to use these PA accounts, which is what I do, many of us do, and a lot of us have had payouts using this method to get our PA, and then using ORS Fusion, fully automated ORS Fusion, to trade our PA accounts for us. So then the sell stop would be placed here. And now it's 8:29, and we're looking for 32 ticks So right here we can see our buy stop got filled. Oh, let's look at this here. So our buy stop was filled. So just cancel your sell stop if it didn't also get filled. And you got one shot and one shot only. You're in the buy. So let's see how many ticks is that right there. Looking for 32 ticks. So we're in the buy. We've canceled our sell. And you can do one cancel other OCO order. So you can click this OCO order and OCO order over here. And when one of those orders gets filled, the other one will cancel. So before any of that happens, go ahead and right click OCO order. Right click over here. OCO order. Let's back up and pretend it didn't happen again. So we got OCO order on. We have our burn one to earn one. ATM strategies set up for the ES at 32 ticks profit with 8 contracts. Looking for $3,100. Let's go ahead and do that math. $12.50 is 1 tick on the ES. Times 8 contracts is 100. Times 32 ticks is $3,200. So to be safe, go for the 32 because you might have some slippage in there and the commissions or whatever. Okay, so that's how the math works out because we only to get to 30,000, but it's more like 3,100. It just got to be safe. This is what I was told. 32 ticks. Okay, so your buy stop is working, and then because you had OCO order checked, your sell stop automatically got canceled. That weird little box. Oh, my text. Okay, and then bam. So the buy stops get filled here. Your sell stop cancels. Bing. And now you're looking for 32 ticks profit from your entry here. And what happens on this first one? So you get 4 ticks off of that one. And I don't know, this one might have... Who knows? It's really hard to say. You'd have to switch to a shorter time frame. I don't know exactly, but 32 ticks would have been here. So maybe this one would have qualified. Maybe not. So you can do the buy stop, sell stop that way. You'd have to do this in real time, obviously. And here's the little OC. When that is checked, then one order will cancel the other. So if we deselect OCO order, we can see that little green box go away. So let's get the green box to go away here. So another way to do it is you just wait 10 seconds before 8:30 a.m. and then you just do the same thing as we were doing as the NASDAQ open. Buy one, sell the other. And hopefully one qualifies and you got a PA account. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about all that.